Hello and welcome to another video finally. Sorry it took me a week to get another one out. Um, I will hopefully not do that again. It was just I had a very busy week. There's a lot of stuff going on. And actually the other day, and we'll get into the video in a minute, but um things are I got it all back, but things are a little jumbled because I well, I won't go too in depth, but basically everything got deleted off my computer and we were able to get it back um within a short amount of time. It was just a little scare for a minute. But yeah, so I was kind of just trying to find all of the stuff to get it ready for this video. But anyway, we can get into the actual video itself. And we can get right into the Russian Civil War, where we have the Dutch already starting another advance into Russia, of course, following, the big Eurasian War that just happened. But they will once again start to enter Russia as they have intent to expand their puppet states and influence, and so far it goes pretty good. They don't want to get too involved in it. They just want to get some more land. But yeah, the front line will push a little bit, and Russia is just they collapsed in the last episode. Nothing is going good for them, and basically this unclaimed land is going to basically get divided up. And yeah, I'll have to look back on the video because I actually don't remember what colors are what different factions. But yeah, I'll look back on that. I know blue is democracy, yellow is independent. I'm guessing purple, I'm not sure what purple is. And then these other colors are just breakaway regions. But anyway, yeah, basically the rest of the unclaimed land will practically be divided up. And there's probably not fighting going on up here in the ice. Because why would there be? But yeah, anyway, it's just there's a lot of chaos going on here. Certain areas are wiping out certain parts, and this purple faction will shrink a little bit, mainly losing all their esclaves. Okay, so the purple faction is monarchist. I just looked at the previous video. But anyway, yeah, there's just a lot of fighting going on in the Civil War, and this independence movement over here in, what would be St. Petersburg is growing bigger and bigger. And also, these yellow areas are, for the most part, working together. They're not, they're probably, kind of separate entities, but they're heavily working together. And the Dutch will start to continue their advance as they will move all the way into Crimea as they kind of set the boundary of what they want to take over. And so once they reach that, they will stop their invasion. And yeah, we see them stopping their invasion. But the Democratic side will focus heavily on this light blue side, and they will split them into three, and following this, the Democratic side will take out a huge portion of this light blue faction, and the rest of it will be eaten up by the surrounding factions. and this purple faction will begin to grow once more as they will take out a good portion of this blue country, and or not blue country. I keep messing things up. And this area over here will actually break away entirely. And to speed things up a little bit, this is what Russia looks like at this part. Here's what it is looking like now. And as you will have noticed, a lot of things have changed. The Dutch have agreed on an official border, and it does follow provinces. And borders haven't officially been decided yet. The Dutch are just occupying this area, but they're also recovering from, the massive war that just happened, and because that just ended still not too long ago. And a lot of borders have changed. Some factions have been wiped out or almost wiped out. And yeah, it's changed a lot since the start. And yeah, we can move somewhere else though, so this doesn't take up too much of the video. We head down here to Southern Africa, where there is talk of some trade with this peachish, or I think Adizzpro called it peach country, but I don't know if I'd call it that, but this kind of like beige country trading with Brazil. And Tanzania doesn't like that. And, well, you know what they're gonna do. They're going to start their invasion, and they immediately will take out 2 major cities, followed by even more, and cutting them off from this eastern coast. I'm bad with east and west for some reason. And their advances are already shocking as they take out such a big portion of the country. And at this point, basically, it just is not going well. And this country knows that they are kind of done for and are going to just get swept up by Tanzania as they don't continue to fight for much longer, as Tanzania just runs through this country and they will surrender, and we can take a look at what will happen. And this is what happens to that beige country. And yeah, they don't exist anymore. And Tanzania is not showing any mercy. They are going insane. We now see down here in South America, we see these 3 countries forming a union kind of like Brazil's. Actually, exactly like Brazil's. This orange country is the light blue country, and the darker red country. And of course, here's the union on the map. And also with this, we see that, well, these 2 big military alliances have already merged, and we now see the same will happen with the economic alliances, which will also happen when Hawaii joins, and yeah. We now see the Dutch officially carve up these occupied areas. And here is how these areas are divided, and hold on, I need to add a capital and stuff. There we go. Anyway, though, it's time to look at something else that if you've watched previous episodes, I don't think I've said anything about it before, but you'll probably want to know, you probably have been waiting to know about India and their nuclear bombs that they dropped on China, and I believe the Green Team as well. Well, all of the nukes used in that war were used up. There are no more nukes remaining, and technically, these countries did break the treaties of, I think, multiple different world wars. but definitely World War V. They broke the treaty of that, and they will both, or I can't remember who all dropped bombs, but all the countries that dropped the nuclear bombs will have to pay a lot of debt. And so I think it was just India and China. But yeah, also there is a new treaty founded, which is actually kind of impressive. It's the Neo-Authoritarian Order working with the New International Order, and all of these countries with a white symbol on them sign a treaty that permanently, well, I guess permanently bans the use of nuclear bombs and even having them. It is completely banned, and it technically was before, but there are harsher punishments if you break them, and yeah, so that is nice that those two organizations are cooperating. We now see actually another union taking place between Blue Australia. What? Blue Australia and Red Australia, and obviously, there was also the thing of the alternites brainwashing the people in Red Australia. That is cleared up by now, and both of these countries really don't want to fight anymore. They are the same ideology and both peaceful, so they will kind of create a union. Once again, these are like, it's kind of hard to describe them. They are like, it's like they're one country, but they're also not. It's like, I can't really think of a good way to describe it. I guess it's kind of like the United States in real life, but more like more though, like more, like I guess a little more separation, but it still works together as one whole thing. But yeah, these two countries will form that union. We also see these Australian countries create an economical alliance with the union as pretty much its founder. Other countries in it are this New Zealand country, this pink Papua country, this yellow Papua country, the light blue Papua country, this beige Indonesian country, the gray Papua country, this union, and yeah, I guess that's it. But it's basically just a big oceanic economical alliance, and we do have one country that is not a founding member join it, and that's actually kind of surprisingly Madagascar. They are pretty far away, but I guess it could work, so yeah. Going back to Russia, though, we see this pink group just completely fall over to these different factions attacking it, and this will help a little bit. This will help both these factions get back on their feet, and of course they will start fighting each other, with the Democratic one zooming right through until a massive pushback happens, and it destroys a good portion of the Democratic Army. We now see this orange country and this light green country merge and just form into one faction, and they will begin to expand out into the Democratic faction. Very little though. We now see the Democratic faction begins to be crushed by other ones, and the monarchists will zoom through taking a large chunk of land, and so will the independent faction. And this new brown faction will also take some land, as they will also push into the independent faction. The independent faction will quickly push back, however, and they will have lots of success as this brown faction almost collapses, and this monarchist faction will take the rest out, and we see a ceasefire between these two countries as a peace treaty is in the works. We now see a big chunk of countries will form a union, and this is a democratic union attempting to stop Tanzania, and it starts when Tanzania will be so upset that they will invade the red country. And so, with Tanzania starting their invasion of this red country, this blue democratic union will do the same, as both countries will build up their invasion. I didn't say that right. They will. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Basically, red team is gone. And this is how the red country is divided. And just very simple. Also, I do want to mention these unions like Brazil, this one, and the Australian one are not Unitarian. They are just unions. I just felt like I should make that clear. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be on Sunday and will not take a week to come out. Once again, sorry for that. But yeah, bye.